The title defense is over. After last night's 2-1 loss to the Vancouver Whitecaps, Toronto FC has officially been eliminated from 2018 MLS Cup contention. The expectations for TFC were so high going into this season. They were favorites to win the Champions League. They were favorites to win MLS Cup again, favorites to win the Supporters' Shield again. And they started off the season really strong, came within a penalty shootout of winning the Champions League, but just couldn't get it together in MLS, and they were just struggling the entire season, and now it's led to them missing the playoffs. Really, injuries have just marred this team in its entire season. Starting with the Champions League run, we lost so many key players through that run to get to the final, and just an inability to get everyone back and healthy in MLS is just really what killed us. I think we had Giovinco, Altidore, and Vasquez on the field together for maybe 10% of the entire season. I remember seeing a stat on that a couple games ago. But just a large variety of injuries, especially on the back end. We had problems defensively all season, and really that could be attributed to the fact that Drew Moore only played in 7 games this season and only started in 5 games this season. And the same goes with Chris Mavinga, who only started 9 games this season and only played in 10 games this season. Just when your two best defenders play a combined 15 games, you can't win like that. You can't play well when your best defenders just aren't there. And like, people are wondering why we had defensive problems this year. That's the reason. It's just we did not have our top defenders. We were relying on players like Hagelund and like Zavaleta, who were fine supporting roles, but we were relying on them to be our top defenders. And I mean, the injuries were just throughout the entire lineup. Justin Morrow only played 19 games. Victor Vasquez only played 21 games. Altidore only played 13 games. A complete retool is not what's needed for this team. Just add a guy on defense, like someone that can actually start and actually be a starting defender in the MLS, and we're fine. Drew Moore, he's 34, he's getting old. And, I mean, injuries this season just bugged him completely. He's had some injury problems in the past. So, a little retool on defense, and this team should be good to go. They have the midfield talent and the youth. They have the striker talent, obviously, to excel. We just need to fill in the cracks, fill in where injuries bugged us the most this season, and really, we can probably make the playoffs easily next year if we don't get hurt, and possibly even challenge for MLS Cup. But moving on to good news, Sebastian Giovinco has been called up to the Italian national team for the first time in 3 years. This is a huge call-up for Giovinco, I think, for MLS. I mean, for Giovinco, it's him getting a chance to go and prove himself for Italy again. And for MLS, it's showing that their players can get called up to elite national teams. And I feel like this is a long time coming for Giovinco. He's been one of the best scorers in MLS for years now. And at the fact that Italy does not have the deepest striker depth in the world, he probably should have been called up much earlier than this. I mean, he's just the fastest guy in MLS history to reach 100 points. It's not like he could help the Italian national team or anything. In his career with Italy, he's played over 20 games and only scored once, so I can see why they'd be hesitant to call him up, given that he hasn't translated any club success to internationally. But maybe now, with the fact that he's been so dominant in MLS, he can take his incredible form into these games that they're playing now in the Nations League against Poland and Ukraine and turn it into, hopefully, something offensively for Italy, pop it into a couple goals, because they really do need something offensively now. They need something to change because, I mean, they missed the World Cup. Things have not been going very well for Italy recently, and just calling up Giovinco, hopefully, adds a little something new. We'll see if he sticks with the national team or if it's just a one-time call-up. Hopefully he does stick, because he deserves it. He's incredibly talented. I think for MLS, it's very important that he sticks with the Italian national team for a bit now, just so that they can show that they're on a level that playing in MLS is not detrimental to your career.